So today's walk is going to be in the central Brecon Beacons. This is the OS map which covers Pen y Fan and the main central beacons, but where we're going today is a relatively remote part of the central beacons. It's one of the southern summits, which is Cefn Yr Ystrad here, and this can be walked from the Tidfield side across the moor. The route we're doing today is parking here at Pontsticill reservoir, and we're going to follow the road down the reservoir and the railway, then across here, and then going to go off piste to sort of pick a way up here to the summit. So yeah, excited about this one. It's certainly one of the more sort of remote places there. It's the kind of more of the wild beacons where you're unlikely to see anyone, which is what the channel's about really. And the views are supposed to be expansive of the Black Mountains and Brecon Beacons from there, so hopefully it should be good. The start point of the Pontsticill reservoir. Beautiful view of Pen y Fan already. Stunning. So on the forest track, it's beautiful, lovely path, and we're following the old Brecon Mountain Railway. You've got the reservoir down there through the trees. Very pleasant here, warm, sheltered from all the elements. It's a bit rainy, drizzly, and quite cold for the summer today, and a stiff wind, so it's nice to be in here. I think the fell side could be potentially a bit grim, but at the moment this is very enjoyable. Nice view across the sort of southern part of the reservoir, and our path takes us across this forested area up towards the ridge in the distance there, and there's a nice view of Cefn Yr in the distance there, which we did the other day. And this one here, I'm not sure what that one is, but yeah, I'll have to find out. Right, we're going to progress. The path's kind of lost a bit here. I think it goes around here and then to the edge of the wood there, so that's our next point. So the view's opened up a bit now, and a lovely view of the ridge, which is the fell side. Looks like there's some old sort of quarry industrial landscape there as well, so I'm going to just have a look at the map to sort of gauge where the furthest point, the highest point is, and I think there's an obvious path to that next sort of plateau bit, and then we work it out from there. So I've just reached this bog, which I've deemed as impassable. It's just water levels up to mid-shin, and I don't want to get wet feet. So it's pretty wild out here actually in terms of ruggedness. There's no real proper path, and the path is extremely uneven. It's got big sort of dips in it that you could twist your ankle in. So I'm going to climb up again and walk across and see if there's another crossing point further up. But yeah, it's not going too well at the minute. Okay, so there's this big creek here, as the Americans would call it, and we're able to cross the creek now higher up, and it's perfect. It's a lot drier. I think this may have been the main path, but so overgrown with long grass, just couldn't really see. But things looking better now. We'll hopefully make some progress now. We've just taken an off-piste route up through the rocks, and then I'll probably, if I can't see the summit, I'll take a bearing up there just try and get to it. Looks like it might rain fairly soon, but great views of Pen y Fan, Cribin and central Brecon Beacons from here. Right, getting cold as well, so I'm going to crack on. See you in a sec. Very expansive views, impressive. But we're onto the moorland plateau bit now, and it's I think I can see the trig point. It's still quite a long way away, and it's a vast load of nothingness here. There's no paths, I'm just following sheep trails, so yeah, it's been quite much more challenging than expected. Just hit the summit. Oh, I'm tired. So it's a pretty ugly looking mountain, to be fair, but it's got amongst the best views I've ever seen. It's certainly a remote one that's not popular, you won't probably see many up here. But look at this. We've got the views of pretty much all of the Black Mountains. Then the central beacons, the Brecon's Horseshoe. It's a full view of the horseshoe. Pen y Fan in the middle. Then the Fan Brycheiniog, the Black Mountains are in the west. All the Welsh Valleys hills. And even out into North Devon and the Bristol Channel. Amazing. And these two here are Carn Bugail and Carn Felen, I think, which are Bronze Age burial cairns. So have a quick look at those, and then I'm going to get down. There's amazing views though. Huge cairn, the biggest I've seen. Bugail, very amazing views from here, better than the summit. Right, quick whiz over to that one and then we're going to get down. Now Carn Felen, and we're certainly all cairned out now, so we're going to get down. But amazing views. Okay, so we're just on our way down. Leave you with one last nice view, and I hope you enjoyed that one. That's well worth recommending in terms of the views. The mountain isn't actually, the summit's really cool, that's beautiful up there. The way up is a bit kind of bleak, I would say, quite wild landscape. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's well worth doing for the views. Tips: I wouldn't do this in bad weather. I wouldn't do this in the winter because of the bogginess. Definitely have gaiters, because I didn't take any and my whole shoes are filled with itchy grass. So definitely take gaiters, and definitely take a compass, especially if you're in bad weather, because I think you could easily get quite lost up there. It's quite expansive, so yeah, otherwise in good conditions it was a nice walk. Right, see you next time.